The man who killed Brittanee Drexel in 2009 is now claiming that his longtime girlfriend was involved in the kidnapping, essay, and murder. In a new interview with police, Raymond Moody is claiming that Angel Cooper Voss was involved in the whole thing. On April 25th, 2009, 17-year-old Brittanee Drexel left the hotel that she was staying at in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where she had been staying with her friends over spring break. She was seen leaving the hotel and walking to another hotel just a short distance away, and then from there, she texted her boyfriend to say that she was heading back to her hotel, and that was the last time she was known to be alive. Unfortunately, she was not found at the time, and her case quickly went cold. However, in 2016, it was announced that a prison informant had told police that Brittanee had been abducted and killed. The man accused by the informant denied any knowledge of this alleged crime, but with this, the case was officially classified by the FBI as a homicide. And then finally, in 2022, 13 years after Brittanee disappeared, an arrest was made. 62-year-old Raymond Moody turned himself in to the Georgetown County Sheriff's Office on the basis of an obstruction of justice charge. Police had first considered Moody a person of interest in Drexel's disappearance as early as 2012, but over the years they had nothing to definitively connect him. Moody ended up confessing to the crime and even provided the location of potential remains. The FBI excavated the site over the next 3 days, and by mid-May, human remains were located, buried in the woods off a gated private drive outside of Georgetown. And on May 15th, 2022, the remains were identified as Brittanee's through DNA and dental records. After 13 years, she had finally been found, and her killer had been caught. Moody was subsequently charged with murder, kidnapping, and first-degree criminal misconduct, all alleged to have occurred on the day that Brittanee disappeared. On October 19th, 2022, Raymond Moody pleaded guilty to all charges and was sentenced to life in prison with an additional 2 consecutive terms of 30 years. But now, according to federal investigators, Moody has told the FBI that his longtime girlfriend, Angel Cooper Voss, was involved in his plot to kidnap, essay, and murder Brittanee. He reportedly made this confession in a deal to ensure that part of his property remains in a trust for Voss's grandchildren. This interview took place at the Lieber Correctional Institution in Ridgeville in November 2024. In this revelation, Moody claimed that Voss was not only present at the time of Brittanee's murder, but was also an integral part of the plot to kidnap and essay her. And with this confession, more details about what happened to Brittanee have come out. So Moody alleged that Voss helped lure Brittanee to their vehicle by acting as tourists who were lost and offering her a ride home. He said that Voss held on to the vehicle steering wheel while he restrained Brittanee and helped lead her to a tent where they had previously set up in the Pole Yard boat landing in Georgetown, which was nearby their apartment. He alleged that Voss then went to get the keys to their apartment and instructed Moody not to essay Brittanee until she returned. Moody claimed that he and Voss previously agreed to essay Brittanee together, with it being Voss's idea the night before to, quote, go hunting for a young woman that they could kidnap and essay. Moody claimed that he didn't recall Voss taking part in the essay, but that she was present in the tent during the attack. He also alleged that Voss wasn't aware of his plan to kill Brittanee, although she was in the tent during the murder and allegedly didn't attempt to stop him. Moody told investigators that he strangled Brittanee with a nylon rope before stabbing her heart with an ice pick. He then buried her body alone because he was concerned that Voss was going to tell authorities about the murder. FBI investigators said, quote, Moody emphasized that he is telling the truth, not to be spiteful to Voss, but because he wants to take care of his grandchildren. Angel Cooper Voss was actually arrested last March on 3 counts of making false statements to the FBI, all pertaining to Brittanee's case, and she pleaded guilty last September to all 3 counts. So she remains in jail, and it is unclear if she will face more charges with these new allegations. I can't imagine what Brittanee's family is going through after already going through all of this with Moody being arrested so many years later, and then now having to go through this all again with potential charges against Voss. But if Voss was involved, then she deserves to also spend life in prison, and Brittanee deserves justice. Rest in peace, Brittanee.